would you relate that to this, Mason?
Well, it says you held me down.
Okay, well, and what about the theme? How does it relate to the theme?
Well, probably somebody was making a person like she's not a big deal, but then she stood up for herself. And
Maybe her friend stood up for herself, not to be silent, not to just let things happen, to roar. What else, Liam?
She never gave up.
She didn't, yeah.
If she got knocked down, she came right
Got
back.
back up. Very
She
good.
didn't just stay there.
Yeah. And that's your text evidence, right? Those things that you found in the song, those lyrics that helps prove that, that's how you're proving that theme. You're not just making it up. You're saying, I can prove this. Here is the text evidence to prove it. What are you thinking, Maddie?
We thought that the theme was don't let anybody take advantage of yourself.
Definitely. Maybe if you're a nice person and someone's always asking you if you can go get their book for them or open their locker for them or pick up their trash or put their chair up at the end of the day. Don't let people take advantage of you. Be a kind person, but be true to yourself, right? Yeah, what you thinking?
If there's someone or something that you feel is not right for you, you should accept that. And
This is one of my favorite activities that you are going to do this year because it allows us to listen to music. It allows us your ability to choose a song that you like, okay? So you are going to do the exact same thing that we just did with Katy Perry's Roar. But you are going to pick a song of your choice, as long as it is school appropriate. It doesn't have any cuss words or talk about anything that we can't talk about at school. Okay, so you gotta look. You can't use some stuff that you listen to on the radio because it won't be appropriate. All right, you're gonna pick a song. You are going to create a project where you go through and you find pieces of figurative language. You find the theme. You find interesting word choices, just like what you do with your book battle, but you're going to find it with lyrics. Okay, so you first pick a song. It's gotta be school appropriate. You will print out your lyrics and you will number them. Okay, so like how you have this one, you will make a copy of this. I will copy it for you, but you will give me one printed out piece of paper that I will distribute to the class. Okay, you will create a PowerPoint, which I will show you an example of in a minute, where you tell us, okay, I did Katy Perry's Firework. It doesn't have to be a Katy Perry song, okay? But I did Firework. There are 3 examples of figurative language. Here are my 3 examples. Here's what they mean. It's not enough to just say she compares herself to a plastic bag, that very beginning when she says, do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating through the wind? You know, that's the beginning of the song. You can't just say that's a simile. You have to explain it. What does it mean? Why did she put it in there? Okay? You will create a PowerPoint or a Prezi or an e-maze or a video or some kind of visual representation that you will show to the class. You're going to go through that rubric when you make your project to check to see, am I going to get a good grade? Okay? So the first thing it says is you have to have 3 examples of figurative language. You have to have a theme. So you have to determine what is the theme of your song. If you pick a song that you like, but it's just a bunch of oohs and ahs and a word here and there, it's going to be hard to find a theme and it's going to be hard to find figurative language. So when you pick your song, you also have to be mindful of, will this work for this project, okay? Katy Perry has great songs that have figurative language, Taylor Swift. Any of the ones that we use, remember when we did the video clips at the very beginning of the year and we found the figurative language, we guessed what they were? Those songs all have figurative language in them, so if you can remember those might be a good place to start, okay? You need, it says appearance, neat, attractive, and organized. So we have to be able to see what your PowerPoint or your Prezi or your e-maze is saying. Explanation, when you tell me that there is a simile, you have to explain it. What does she mean when she says floating like a bee or floating like a butterfly? What does she mean? Okay? And then the theme, you got to prove it. You got to use text evidence. If you're telling me it's be true to yourself, you need to show me in the text where she leads you to believe that. Okay? I'm going to show you an example. I will also post this to Schoology so that you have access to it as you are working. Okay, you can stop. She just says, you're a firework. She's using a metaphor, right? Because she doesn't use like or as. But it's not enough for me to just say, Katie has a metaphor, done. You got to explain it. Katie is comparing a person to a firework, saying they should shine bright and be bold. Okay, be noticeable like a firework. Everyone sees the firework in the sky. Stand out. Be yourself. figurative language piece. Next one is boom, boom, boom. It's an onomatopoeia, it's a sound the fireworks make. It's also alliteration because it repeats. It says, Katie is showing the sound that a firework makes when it explodes, causing everyone to look at it. So the whole theme or the message that we decided of the song was to be yourself. Be true to yourself, be bold. So she includes these onomatopoeias and these alliterations. So we know that we're supposed to be noticeable. We're not supposed to blend in. She wants us to stand out. All right, so the theme. You got to tell us what the theme of your song is. This person said, the theme in Katy Perry's song Firework is to be true to yourself and be proud of who you are. The writer of this song wants the listener to learn that even if you don't always feel you know your way, you should let your true colors shine and be yourself. Okay? She's got to prove it, though. So she's going to provide us with text evidence from her lyrics. So if she wants the theme to be true to yourself, these pieces of evidence should prove that. She says, come on, show them what you're worth. This one says, you don't have to feel like a waste of space. Your original cannot be erased or replaced. And this one says, even brighter than the moon, 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 it's always been inside of you, you, you. Give me a thumbs up if you think those three things correspond or prove to be true to yourself. I would go with that too. Can there be more than one theme for your song?
Yeah.
Of course there can. You just have to be able to prove it. So if you do the same song as someone else, don't be alarmed if you have a different theme than them. You might have interpreted it differently. Okay? Last requirement is word choice. Just like your book battles, when you're looking for those interesting words, those not bland, those exciting words, you're going to find them in your lyrics too. Okay? So find words that they specifically picked because they make their writing better. All right. When you are working on this project, you're going to use your computer. Like I said, you can use PowerPoint. You can use Prezi. There's something called eMaze that I can show you. You could record yourself talking and maybe make a poster and point. I don't want to give you specific things that you have to have other than what's on this sheet. So if you have these things, you can present it to us in any way that you want. But you have to make sure that you're hitting these things. You have 3 figurative language examples. You have a theme, and you prove it. Okay? Last year I did this with my class, and we all did PowerPoints, and that worked fine. Okay? But like I said, I want you to be able to choose how you want to present it to us. Each person will present their song. We'll listen to it, because it should be school appropriate. And then we will go through, and you will explain to us your figurative language, your theme, and your word choice. Capiche?
Capiche.
All right. Questions? You can turn that. Your paper told you a site to go for lyrics. Once you get an idea in your head, let's say you really want to do Mean by Taylor Swift. Find the lyrics to Mean and copy and paste them into a Word document. Okay? If you don't know how to do that, ask someone to help you, and we will help you. Once you find the song and you copy and paste the lyrics, start jotting down notes. Start taking notes. Where's the figurative language? Where's the evidence to prove my theme? If you can't find those quickly, or if it's really hard to find anything, you might want to choose a different song. Okay, I'll be around to help you get started.